This is just a short stream to get, I don't know, test the technology again. So today's a garlic planting day. You gotta plant them before the ground freezes so that they can get established and grow first thing in the spring. While the snow is still on the ground, they start growing. At the end of this week, the weather is dropping from like 10 degrees down to the zeros and whatnot. It's gonna start snowing and stuff soon, so it's basically perfect time to plant the garlics before it gets really cold. 14 degrees today. It's like a 5-minute stream. And then I gotta go plant some garlics because the sun's going down in 3 hours. But yeah, let's place some stone slabs alongside the road. And this road has been in progress for years. It was 1 nether brick slab thick for years. And then I upgraded it to be 3 thick just in the last couple years, but it's finally time to put the finishing touches. We didn't have these blocks back whenever I first designed the road, so they weren't really incorporated into the design, but I mean, I could start throwing them in a couple places here or there. I kind of feel like I got burnt on trying to make desktop Linux apps, because at the end of the day, whether I use GTK or Qt, I preferred using Qt, but then I couldn't really distribute it in the end, so... But that's kind of why I've been making websites and stuff recently. Because it's nice to not have to worry about the distribution as much. You just run it in Chrome, Firefox, and Safari, and if it works, then you know it works. But yeah, to this day, that audio visualizer program is installed on some Windows PC at work. But it runs slower because you want to compile the image library with some special instructions, and it's very hard to compile on Windows. So that Windows PC at work also has some weird like GNU tools, because I made a little bit of an attempt to try and compile it, but then I gave up. I gave up pretty quickly because the documentation straight up just like tells you not to do it. And I'm really glad that there's copper in the game and stuff. Like, I'm excited to play mod packs in the future where they can just rely on vanilla copper being in the game. Like, I think it's really cool if they keep adding modded type stuff, but with like different unique mechanics, and then mods can still add their old mechanics back into, and you know, use the vanilla copper. I think it's cool, especially because they're making copper like really easy to get in vanilla, so it just sets that precedent for mod packs. You know, where previously different mod packs would have different like rarity levels for copper. Even though I feel like it was generally pretty much agreed that it was common and usually high up. But yeah, you know, just having that standard representation of copper I think is pretty cool. Ooh. Oh, drowned. Maybe I'll try and put the full blocks here. It's gonna make such a big difference to have this road completed. This here is what you call it, a honeycomb farm that I made because of them adding candles and copper to the game. I feel like these bees are just such a cool feature with the, you know, the fact that you can get honey. You can make a honey farm and a honeycomb farm, and then the honeycombs are useful and the honey is useful. I think it's really cool. It's a very cool feature. And it's, you know, and bees, just like copper, bees were super, super common in mod packs. Like, the modded community was obsessed with bees. Alright, so, we're all out of this. Put that there. This is a horse pit. But I haven't been riding horses recently because I finally killed the dragon. After playing in this world for like 6 or 7 years. Finally got together with some friends and fought the dragon. So now I have a Elytra and a couple shulker boxes, but I need to get more. And then yeah, I recently started making all kinds of crazy villager stuff like this iron farm, and I have like an enchantment farm, or you know what I mean, enchanted book traders over there, so I have like mending on everything now. So we got that wheat field that I just built yesterday. the windmills that I built a couple weeks ago. There's some trails going through the wheat field, but you can't really see them because they're not wide enough. So I might have to rethink that. I mean, this trail leading up to the iron farm is a little bit weird, and the iron farm in general, like, it doesn't match anything around. It looks a little weird. But yeah, so we have these lanterns on the fence post. I think it's spruce fence post. Come on. It's so hard to take off sometimes. And then we have these from before lanterns were in the game. We have jack-o'-lanterns. We have daylight, or are they moonlight sensors, I believe, on top of redstone lamps. Moonlight sensors so that they turn on only at night. This is a little honey farm, which is broken because there's no bottles in the dispenser. Here we have Dwight Schrute, the beet farmer. By the way, I would love to see a farming update to Minecraft. I think that would be really cool. I'd love to be planting some garlics, corn, tomatoes in Minecraft. I think that would be really cool. But I'm very happy with the recent updates though. Like with the new world gen, it looks beautiful. The one biome I thought was looking old-fashioned with the new world gen was the swamp. And like before they announced they were going to do a swamp update next, I had tweeted that that I really thought that they should update the swamp. and then that's exactly what they're doing. So clearly you're going in the exact direction that I want them to go. Yeah, I got into the habit of putting these signs up because the world has such history. It's nice to know the exact times and dates that I built stuff. Although, come to think of it, I think I forgot to put a sign on this. I should add one. Yeah, we got tough, deep slate. This is something I just built recently, a couple days ago. Enter from the hole in the roof instead. The door is for emergency use only. So yeah, the expectation is that you climb up, enter like this, and then exit using an ender pearl or a rocket or something. Because otherwise they're going to escape. And these guys just all have book trades. I just keep breaking and replacing the lectern until they have a good trade. So one of them is a mending book, one of them is sharpness 5, one of them is protection 4, one of them is unbreaking 3. The flying ship, the castle, the roller coaster, the village. There's lots to see in this world. Oops.